Hey, Big Brother fans. Has Dick gone over the deep end? Has he? Because seriously, I don't know. He's just kind of, and I think Danielle called it. He's just freaking out with the power that he has. And a lot of people forget that their power lasts only a week, and then you're deposed and you're at the mercy of everyone. And until they change the game to, the outgoing HOH can start to participate in the new HOH competition, you're pretty much screwed. So you need to, you need to kind of, you can't not be who you are. But you also have to play strategically. I don't know, and I think he's lost it. And something tells me that he's so adamant about Kale going home that I think it's going to backfire on him. I really, truly do, and I have a feeling that people aren't too happy with him, and I think they're going to express that by getting rid of Mike and keeping Kale in and seeing what can happen. Because I don't think. He pretty much gave himself up for her, wanting to be a man of his word and whatnot. But I have a feeling, whoa, sorry, I'm holding it, because I get a little bit better lighting and stuff, unfortunately, in the glare. I'm sorry. He wants to be a man of his word, and I think that Kale, if she is smart, will use that to her advantage, and she really needs to try and get as many votes as possible against him. Can we talk about Zach streaking, and why they felt it absolutely necessary to cover something like that? Or I've seen around where, he's got a tiny pee-pee, so now, why would you want, if you've got a tiny pee-pee, don't go streaking. Okay. I didn't understand Kale's, when she was talking to Jen about the veto competition. She said something like, you don't want anyone who is in jeopardy to play. And then like a noise happened, so I really couldn't understand her reasoning behind that. But she did name specifically Mike, Nick, and Zach. Now, my understanding is, if a person gets it, they're safe, regardless if they take someone off. So, like, if Mike were to win it and to take Kale off, both of them are safe. So Mike can't get put up. Sorry, I had popcorn earlier and a kernel just kind of freaked out and came off of my tooth. Yeah, so I didn't understand that. So if anybody, if you know, can you let me in on that? Okay, Eric with the destroying Jen stuff. Come on, America. I mean, it was a given that Jen was going to be nominated because everybody can't stand Jen. But can't we get just a tiny bit creative? Would you not have thought it funny to see the mustard instead on Jamaica's weave or something? Don't you think that would have been funnier? I mean, it barely phased Jen. And see, that's the one thing that we're noticing, that she's not letting things phase her. That's part of her game. She's not going to let anything ruffle her feathers. She told us that tonight. So, but then I did think it was very funny that Eric said, if anybody puts mustard on my stuff, I'll beat the crap out of them. That was hilarious, to try and get. So, I mean, I'm really enjoying Eric. I hope you guys are too. I really am. Can we now move on to the intimidation of Dick? So unnecessary. I mean, it did work because, Kale was out within, what, like a half a second? But, I don't know, it just got to the point where he was, like, totally bullying. And, everybody jumped all over Jen for, bullying the people and saying, this is who I want out, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much that's what he was doing. He was bullying in the same exact way that Jen was. So, I don't know. That's just kind of irritating to me. And then, did you notice like how the house guests were sent out there to, to kind of rattle the people in the competition? And it was weird that they systematically went through, one person and the next person and the next person, and I didn't understand that. Why couldn't they have just been rattling everybody, at once or whatever? I don't know. That was really weird. And did the producers put them up to a certain, lineup or whatever's? And oh God, with Evil Dick being an emotional player, I mean, he totally lost it. You've got to agree, he totally lost it, and just threw his thing down in a little hissy boy fit, and took off, and said, "Hey, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm taking my ball and I'm leaving." I mean, I just don't get it. He really needs to stop, and he needs to step back for a second. And I'm going to pause for a second and hope this continues correctly. I love that Nick isn't taking Evil Dick's intimidation at all. He was ready to just, go up and up with him out there in the hammock area. And I do like, though, that, Evil Dick, came back out once again, and said, you're messing with, her game. And until he figures that out, I really, really seriously thought he was going to throw Nick in there. Remember, I called it last week. I called that he would probably attempt to try and put Nick in there, but he, after the confrontation between Evil Dick and Danielle, I think he lost the nads to do it. And I don't know. It was really heartbreaking watching them go at it. And then later on, when he went and said, the last personal thing I'm going to tell you in this game is I'm willing to do, family therapy. That's so sad. Is that the last? Seriously, do you think it's going to be the last personal thing ever? Anyway, who do you guys think is going to be voted out? I have this weird feeling. I mean, Kale, they want Kale out, but because Dick is so adamant and everybody is so irritated at him, I just have this very weird feeling that she ain't going nowhere. And Mike is out. Oot! Alright, later. Give me your thoughts. Bye. Tiny, say goodbye, love.
I don't want to do this here. This sucks.
It's just hard because
because it sucks. Because I feel like in this game I'm not even having fun anymore. I'm not enjoying myself here at all. This is so much, and I hate it. I hate being here. I'm not having fun at all.
The same way. We've been dealt like the hardest fucking game of anybody in here.